Welcome to the second episode of Chase with Chloe Grace. Today we have a special guest on my podcast. So everybody, welcome Jemma. Okay guys, welcome Jemma to the podcast. So Jem, tell us a little bit about you. Like, what are you doing? Who is Jemma? Like, tell
Who
us.
is Jemma?
Yeah.
Hey guys, so my name's Jemma. You may have seen me on TikTok. I do my thing on TikTok. I love that. And I have also been au pairing in the States and doing that. Now I'm back home visiting South Africa, and then I have plans to go back to the States to study there.
We will get a little bit more into your journey
Yeah.
with going overseas, how moving across the world is. But first, let's talk a little bit about how we met.
How we met.
How did we meet? How did this friendship come about? This blonde and brunette duo.
Serena and Blair.
Okay,
Do you
yeah.
remember? Okay, so
Yeah.
basically, we met at a place called Culture Club, a restaurant in Pretoria.
Well, actually, at a friend of my, like, friends of ours' house,
Mm-hmm.
who, like, it was so weird. Like, I didn't expect her to be there. And she was the sweetest. Like, she even took my heels off for me. I just came from a party, and I was like so overdressed.
So pretty, no.
And then I don't know, we just clicked instantly.
Did we know of each other before?
I mean, because
Did you see me on TikTok? Was I already on TikTok then? I don't think so.
I don't know. Like, I knew of you, but
Okay.
like we'd never met, and
I knew you through.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Cool.
But anyways, that night was so much fun. We actually did our first ever. Wait, you must have been on TikTok already. Because
I don't think I. Yeah, I think that was like peak Get Ready With Me, wasn't it? Or beginning.
Or
Beginning
like
of Get Ready With
beginning,
Me,
but because we made a Get Ready With Me that
Oh.
night, but it never got posted.
for reasons.
But it was so much fun, and we look back on those videos now, and it was
I
like
know. We just clicked instantly. I think we
it was
just bounced off each other.
It was amazing.
We are just both fun, bubbly people. Like,
Yeah, we actually had
we
the
know
best
how to
time.
have a good time.
Exactly. But from that Get Ready With Me, we went out, we had some good food, and it was just a good night. We went to, what's that?
Culture Club.
No, I don't think it was Culture Club, now that I'm thinking about it.
It was with all the little.
It was by that,
tapas.
where the casino was.
That was a different time, babe. We've been on
Oh.
multiple little occasions.
Okay.
That wasn't the first time I met you when we were like holding hands walking with that video. I was wearing boots.
Maybe.
That wasn't the first time. That couldn't have been. That was just a date night. I mean,
Maybe.
with my. Oh.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But we've, like, after meeting, we like instantly clicked, as we said, and we started hanging out more.
Can
And
I say something?
yeah,
I think what made us click, it was we both were like into social media. We both liked taking cute pictures, posting things, and
yeah.
the thing that made it different was that we were both really supportive of each other from the get-go. Like, we were very, like, just hyping each other up. And I remember that time that we were at the pool together in Silver Lakes.
That was honestly some of the best, like, conversation and like
Yeah.
good girl talk. It was a really nice day. I think we got so burnt that day as
And then
well.
we got tanned.
Yeah, it turned into a tan, but it was it was just a great day. I'll probably insert some photos and things from that day. But
that's
yeah.
when I told Chloe to stop caring about what other people think,
Yes.
and that she should just do her and post whatever she wants to post. And now look at her. Look at her. I'm not saying it was because of me. I'm just saying.
No,
like,
but you had a big part to play in that.
So-
No, you seriously did. And I even mentioned that in like a few of my TikToks, that from that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop caring and I'm going to do it. And like, you like genuinely inspired me.
Chloe!
I'm serious. And I know
thriving,
so
and I'm
many
so
other,
proud of you.
no, but like so many other girls would look up to you. And even I did at that time, because you had the confidence that not many people are willing to. No, it was great. And I know so many girls would be like so proud of you, and I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you, Chloe. Like, I love your content. I love you as a person. And guys, she's exactly the same in real life. Who you watching? It's her. She's
same
just
goes
a
for
kind
you.
soul. Thank you.
Like, because sometimes social media can be so fake.
And it is fake, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Do you want to go into that or not? Not yet?
We can get into social media like a little bit
Okay.
after we've spoken about you moving. But
Okay.
I have Jim's phone here for some notes so that we don't go like totally off track, because I feel like we might.
Chat away.
Yeah. But moving on to like, what are you? Go for it. We have some snacks. I actually want one. Wait.
It was so good. I love it.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you are currently doing. I know you kind of briefly touched on that when you were introducing yourself, but what are you doing? Why did you decide to do it? And how is it going for you?
Okay, so I matriculated in 2022, right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure what to go and study. Wasn't my thing. I did not want to stay in Pretoria and go to Tux like everybody else. I mean, people went to other universities, but I'm just like using it as an example. Like I didn't see myself doing that. So I decided to get out of the continent and go to America to au pair. Heard great things about it. Hopped on the website, Cultural Care Au Pair. That's the agency that I used. I know I get questions about that. And it's basically like a dating website, and you find a family and you match, and then it all goes from there. And then I met this amazing family. Love them so much. They are my best friends. I had an amazing experience. And yeah, I au paired for a year. Was great. Made lots of memories.
Where about in America do you?
Kansas. Kansas City, Missouri. Go Chiefs. Go Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And yeah, I met incredible people. I'm so happy that I did it. But my experience isn't over yet. I'm not done with America. I am studying there now in Kansas City. Started summer classes, about to enroll in the fall semester in August, and I'm super excited, super scary, super nervous, but I'm excited for this chapter.
And what are you going to be studying?
So my major is communications with an emphasis in digital media and journalism. I don't 100% know what it all entails, but it sounds like my type of thing, so we're just going to roll with it.
Yeah. No, I think you're going to thrive, and you're doing so well already. And
Thanks.
let's just talk a little bit about moving like to a whole different country. Like,
Oh,
how were you feeling when you got on that plane, like saying your goodbyes, because you're doing something amazing for yourself, but you're also leaving like family behind. And how was that? And how were like those first few days, even weeks?
Getting on that plane was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Like saying goodbye to your parents, saying goodbye to your loved ones, boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's so hard, and I'm so proud of every other girl that's done that. Like, you're amazing, and keep doing what you're doing, and I'm proud of you. But yeah, it was really hard, but I'm so proud that I did it. And it's lonely. It's lonely, let alone like moving to a different city, moving to a different continent where people are different, the cultures are different. Like, it's just different people, different foods, and we can even go, and this is a little bit like champagne problems, but I struggled a lot with my weight gain because American foods, hello.
No, I can totally relate to that.
Like, it wasn't the best. I wasn't happy with myself. It was also really lonely. I know I'm jumping all over the place now, but it was really, really lonely. It's so hard to make friends. I'm not 21, so I couldn't like go out and socialize in places like that. And how do I just go make friends? It was hard. And yeah, and seeing everyone else having the uni experience and I was not having that, it was hard. It was hard missing out on going out and parties and what is it called, those dances at universities?
I don't know, my university doesn't even have that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
like
know
those,
what you
like,
mean.
Formal dances at the universities.
Are they just called formals?
No, there's like a digs.
No, digs is where you stay.
I know what a frat house is.
Frat house.
Oh, I should talk about that. A frat house, that was an insane experience.
Yeah, like how was that going in there? Like not as a university student, but just experiencing that.
Like, Americans are kind of silly. They kind of see little ladybug. They were really. I was treated really nicely because I was like this like some of them didn't believe me that I was like from South Africa, and they said some silly things.
But they're so intrigued by like
No, they
South African,
are.
the accent
And they're like,
and everything.
and they are like, why are you white? Like, I promise you, somebody in CVS
Mm.
came up to me and he was like, you're a white woman from Africa.
So a lot of people do not know this about me, but like in 2018, end of 2017, I moved to America for 4 months with my family. We were in Nashville and kind of majority like based in Florida. But I am a ballet dancer. Currently don't do that anymore. But I went to the Florida's like Royal Ballet Academy because I wanted to keep up with my dancing. And they like the teacher like asked, do you have any questions for Chloe? And immediately like these girls' hands went up because they knew that I was from South Africa. And they said, like, do you ride elephants to school?
That's insane.
Or do you like have lions in your backyard?
and
And they
some of
were
them-
genuinely asking that. And like to me it's sad because like some of them they just like they're not as educated on the rest of the world, and it's like everything is America and that's it. And it's great to be like all about your country. I mean, us as South Africans are like passionate people, but I don't know, they don't
No.
really know that much.
And the how can you speak English? How can you speak English?
Yeah. How can you speak English?
Like hello.
Even somebody asked my mom like, oh, like I hear you have an accent, like where are you from? And she was like, oh, South Africa. And she was like, oh, where is that? And
it's like you say South Africa and they go, where in Southern Africa? South
Yeah,
Africa is a
South
country.
Africa.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, Australia. I was like,
It's always Australia.
Yes,
It's always Australia.
I mean, we are kind of like
We
similar
are.
to the Aussies.
What, like Vegemite? Like we have Marmite, Bovril. Who's a Bovril fan?
Yes, Bovril, not Marmite.
No, Bovril.
Yeah,
Bovril
Marmite,
way.
no. Bovril, yes. Bovril and
Yeah.
butter and
Oh, it's so good. That's
you
that's
told
also
me that's
another
what you
thing.
were craving.
That's another thing that's really hard about moving away is yes, the food and weight gain, blah blah blah, but you also just miss your family's meals. You miss your country's meals. Like I miss bread. Bread doesn't taste the same in America. I'm sorry, it doesn't. I miss like Albany bread and Bovril and biltong and just like foods that you grew up with. It's comfort.
Yeah.
It's comfort having that.
But even like with the foods in America, everything just feels
Processed.
so like pumped with like hormones and like gross things. And like when I was there recently for like 2 weeks, I came back and I just felt gross. Like
Your
I just
skin.
I broke out so badly and my skin has been like so good, and then I literally land in America and it's just like flaring up. So
And now I'm
Okay.
experiencing the opposite because I've lived in America for a while, and now coming back to South Africa, my skin just broke out.
yeah,
So-
'cause your body adjusts to
Yeah,
like
yeah, it's
different places.
Sorry.
Okay, and going back to the fact that like I moved overseas and everything, and obviously a lot of people didn't know that, but then when we came back from America, because we packed our bags and we were like, we are leaving, and it saying goodbye to like your friends and your family, like I remember just sobbing like at the end of my grade 7 year because all my friends were going into high school together, and
It's
I was just like
such a crucial time.
exactly. And I was homeschooled along with the rest of my siblings. So we didn't really go to school in America because we came back and then we traveled Europe and Asia for a little bit. And I was doing my schoolwork on trains and airplanes and all of that. And it just like when I eventually did come back at the end of my grade 8 year, like that was also hard because everyone had already formed their cliques, their friendship groups. And even with you going overseas, like you're starting almost again like
Like the
with
new girl.
friendships, and you trying to build like good friendships and have
Mhm.
people there on the other side.
Yeah. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Like this is a serious question. Did you being away for that amount of time affect your like learning abilities? Like did you struggle
Oh,
with school afterwards?
Definitely. I got to school and everyone was like so ahead of me, and especially with Afrikaans. I think this is where my downfall started. I know you come from an Afrikaans family, but I didn't do it for I don't know, 8 months of the year.
But that's so.
And I lost out on like the basics that you go back to in grade 8, and I just couldn't, it just didn't click with me again. And I mean, thank goodness I passed in matric.
Of course you
but
did. Woo!
but yeah, but I mean, that experience that I had with going to America and traveling Europe and Asia, I learned so much more than like what school could have taught me. And even listening to different languages and learning Italian for a short bit of time, or like learning a few Mandarin words, like it was eye-opening. And that experience like can never be taken away from me. Like I have gained so much from that, and I'm forever grateful to my parents for that.
Yeah, I can relate to, like, yes, it's so hard living abroad, but it is the most amazing thing, and you learn so much about yourself. And I became so independent. I matured. I just
Yeah, you're completely on your own.
Like I just figured it out, man. Like, and I'm proud to say that like I love myself more now than what I did before. Before I went, it just changed me for the better, and I think I'm a better person because of it. I do.
Yeah, like you moved, like you went with a family, like, and like anyone familiar. You went alone by yourself, and you had to figure it out. Like going into a new family, like how was that in the beginning? Like obviously they were amazing, they're amazing people, and you love them like family now. But the first few days with them, like how was that? Like you obviously had a really good experience.
The first few months in America, I was like on a high. Everything was new, experiencing things for the first time, going to Sephora, going to Chick-fil-A, Target. You know, it was so like I didn't have time to be sad about anything. And then unfortunately, like you do get used to it. You get used to all the cool things that you weren't used to before. So it becomes normal, not that exciting. And then you start missing home. And then you want to go home and it's hard and yeah.
But with like now you said you got used to things, and I know coming back here you also alluded to you getting your visa and things, and you said to me like how fast things can just be taken away from you. And I feel like that made you realize as well like what a gift it is.
Being back home has just shown me how grateful I should be for my life in America. I'm living the soft life there. I'm very privileged and I'm very grateful and thankful for it now. Yeah, I have amazing opportunities there, opportunities that I wouldn't be able to have here. So it's just made me realize how grateful I should be. And yeah.
Yeah, so also if you are like thinking about doing something with your life, something different, and you're too scared to do it, like don't hold back. I think go for it, whether it's now putting yourself out on social media, or like going for that job that you always wanted to do, or I don't know, getting with that friend group that you always wanted. I don't know, whatever, like big or small it is, I think just go for it. Like you can only gain from those experiences. Let's get into all the behind the scenes of social media, like what goes on behind the camera. Like once that camera turns off, like it's just us. Like we're not having a live interaction with you guys.
No, and we're not perfect by any means, and our lives aren't perfect by any means. Like Chloe said earlier, we only post the good parts. You only see a few seconds of our day, a few minutes of our day, whatever it is, and obviously we edit it. I'm not talking about like Photoshop. I'm talking about like you edit short little videos and you only take snippets out of your day and you make it look aesthetic. That's our thing. Like you make things look aesthetically pleasing to the viewer. You wouldn't want to watch something like, I don't know, like it's not real, but it is real because it did happen, but we just make it look better in a sense, so that's more pleasing to watch.
No, I agree with that.
Like I could be vlogging my day and I could have had a massive fight with my mom, or my parents are fighting or something. I wouldn't put that in the vlog. Doesn't mean that it doesn't happen in my life. It does. I've been through, like, nobody like knows my past life and what I've been through. I wouldn't post it on social media, and that's just how it is. You never know what's going on in someone's life and what they've experienced.
Yeah, so even when like you sometimes get like hateful comments, and like I'm grateful that I haven't really experienced that, but you just never know what it can do to a person, because maybe they're really struggling with their hair and they do not like it, and then somebody picks on that specific thing, and that like you might not necessarily know like that they don't like their hair, but it affects them and they take it like deeper than it obviously needs to be. But I think people just need to be careful with the words and like what they say on social media. And like we human too, like we do have feelings, and I think sometimes people can so easily hide behind the phone. Like if you don't have a little picture, you know, like icon, and we can't see who you are, and you just
User
a
one two
random,
three four.
yeah. And it's like, you like, would you come up to us and say that to us
No.
in person?
No. I also want to say that sometimes I feel like hauls and shopping things can be a
Yes.
little insensitive. And
Yeah.
you know, like money is a big issue for lots of people. It's a normal thing. And I hate that people are ashamed of it sometimes. Like I said, we only post the good things. It's very easy to, like, I don't know, like make something look like what is, yeah.
Like I'm a student as well now, and just because I might do a haul about this or I got this and that, like I'm also I do things to make money, and TikTok, I'm so thankful for it because that has helped in a small way as well. And it's not like, I don't even know how to put this. It's just,
And I just want to say, if I did an au pair in America and like earn the money that I did, I probably wouldn't have been able to like I wouldn't have been able to travel to New York and do all of those things. Like my parents weren't going to fund that, and my Sephora runs and stuff like that. Like that was only possible because I was working in America, you know? So
yeah, jealousy is such a normal thing, and especially us girls, like we do it. We look at other girls and we look at other people and we're like, oh, I wish, and like I wish I had that lifestyle or had that much money. But you know, let's not find our happiness in things. Like
No.
let's find our happiness
people.
in people and experiences, like, and pure joy. Like,
God.
exactly. He's the only one that can bring you pure joy. We're so cute.
We are cute. Love you.
I love you too. We just want to add in a little bit more about like social media and how things obviously aren't perceived all happy and whatever, and like there are tough times behind the camera, and like you obviously have experienced that firsthand.
Yeah, so if you follow me on TikTok, you know that I was really consistent with my posting. Vlogs, get ready with me's. I was like known for my get ready with me.
It's like every day.
That's like what I did for everything. Get ready with me to go to the grocery store. Get ready with me to freaking, I don't know, wash my dog. Like everything I make get ready with me. And I loved it. I had so much fun. I was in my own little bubble, and the fact that other people loved it made me so happy, and I just carried on doing it. And then I was so excited to move to America because I thought like all my content was going to be amazing. I was going to be so inspired to make content. And I was in the beginning. But then like au pairing is a real job, guys. Like it's hard. You work very long hours. It's intense. You don't really have a lot of time for yourself. And it's lonely. I wasn't with friends anymore. I didn't have anywhere to get ready to go to, like get ready with me to go pick up the kids. I don't know, like it was hard. I couldn't, it wasn't
it was work for you. Like life catches up on you. You were busy, and it wasn't, obviously you said like when you arrived there everything was like a high, like it was new things, new people, new everything. So in the beginning it was exciting, and then you got into like this normality, and then things almost, like, I don't want to say it seemed boring, but like
it's just the norm. Like and also it was just, I just lost my love and my spark for creating content because I was lonely and I was depressed and I was sad. I miss being around my friends. Like that's the most important thing, is that the people that you're around. And but now I'm slowly trying to start making TikToks again because I miss it and I miss you guys. And it's like, it's so fun, a fun little hobby. It brings me joy. I'm trying to get back into it, and I'll be back. I will.
And I know everyone loves your TikToks, and even like just being friends with you, like people have so many good things to say about you.
So
and just like they're like, oh, I just love her TikToks, or I love this. And even I get so excited when it's like, even if it's one TikTok every 2 weeks or whatever it is, I'm like, click on that and I'm watching it. And in a way it connects us, like social media connects us, and I feel like I stay in touch with you without having to message you, which is the best thing, because I see like what's going on, and like I can comment on it, and like it's good to see like a small part of your life. And I know that everyone wants you to be back, and I'm trying.
I'm trying.
She will. But But we make cute vlogs today.
We did. But you see, it's because I was with somebody. I was with a friend. Like, I don't know, it's just fun.
But we still have what we've had today, and we have tomorrow and like Saturday morning together.
So excited!
So lots of outfit videos, lots of vlogs, lots of content, and we did film a get ready with me for this. And yeah, there's 2. So I think Gemma's is a little bit more in depth than mine. Yours was like 9 minutes.
I know.
But
that's another thing. People are probably going to attack us if we say social media is hard.
But no. Okay. Like, social media is a blessing. It is the biggest blessing ever, and I will never take it for granted. But sitting and editing a video, like in the beginning it's fun. I'm like, oh, this, like, I want to do this and that. But when you're like trying to be so consistent and do everything and like make this perfect, all of that, and adding all these cool things and make it amazing, it gets draining. Like, sometimes you get to the end of the day and you're like, oh, it's 11 o'clock at night, I just want to sleep. But now I have a video.
I want to add on to that. After working the whole day with the kids, I didn't want to sit in bed and edit a video. Like, it wasn't fun anymore. It felt like a job. And that's not how I want it to be.
Yeah, obviously, social media should never be a job.
No, like, it can be, but it should always be like a passion.
Feel like
and
fun. Because we started it because it was a passion. And because we loved it, and we had this love for making videos and for putting ourselves out there. So the minute, like, for us, it starts turning into a job, that's when you know, like, you've lost, like, I wouldn't say your love for it, because that love will always be there, but like, maybe that's when you need to like you step back for a little bit, and now you've realized, like, you do want to do it, like, and you love it.
I do. I'm getting my spark back, people.
Yes. And I'm excited. Okay.
I see that in bold letters, Chloe.
Okay.
Capitals.
So, Jemma, are you single right now?
I am single.
Okay. How is this single life? Like, what's going on? Like, tell us a little bit about this relationship, because people all know and love you guys, and especially with your life being on TikTok, it's so, your life's in the spotlight right now. So people have questions, people are wondering, and yeah, it's time for you to speak.
Okay, I'm not gonna go into hectic detail out of just respect, and for myself as well. Obviously, everybody knows that. Well, obviously, I was in a relationship for about 2 years, and almost a whole year of that relationship was long distance, because I was au pairing in America and he was still in South Africa. So long distance was hard. You know, we made it work, loved each other very much, put in the effort, but it's hard. It doesn't make it easier. It's hard not being with your person. And
from being with that person, like, every weekend, or maybe like a few nights during the weekend, for like, from your relationship being totally normal to now being you guys being completely separate from each other. Like, it's your life. He's like your phone. He becomes like your phone is him.
He was my everything. He was my person. I relied on him for everything. He was my happiness.
It's okay.
It sucks. It really sucks. Sorry.
No, it's good. I mean, this is not it. Doesn't mean it's end. And like, sometimes it's a matter of like the right person but wrong time.
Like, he was an amazing boyfriend. I'll always love him no matter what. But right now we need to focus on ourselves. That's it. We're both figuring it out. We're both so young, and we can't make decisions based off each other right now. That's just how I feel. Love him, respect him, nothing bad to say about him.
And sometimes I've been saying this to like a lot of people lately, and like, you can't be in a relationship when there's almost like two broken people, or two like not whole people, like they're not whole in themselves yet, because they're still figuring out life. Like, we all are still so young, and sometimes like, you can't have two broken people, or like even one like not whole person in a relationship, because then that other person takes strain. It doesn't work with 60-40, 80-20. It needs to be 100-100, and you come together as better people at the end of the day. But like long distance is tough. Like I've had my own experiences with it as well, and my relationship started as long distance, which I think we didn't know any better. Like we didn't know what it was like to see each other every weekend. So
I'm like, fast forward, but was it hard to adjust seeing each other often?
Oh, it was like the weirdest thing, because I arrived like in Pretoria and I'm like, wow, like we can see each other.
Chloe's studying.
Yeah, so I'm studying in Pretoria, and I obviously am from Durban. Met Carl like on holiday. I'll go into like the proper everything, like on our relationships episode, but it was like weird because now it's like I can actually see you, like, oh hey, like I'm 5 minutes away type, like, oh I can see you now. Like it was just strange, but definitely the long distance made us stronger, and I feel like I'm proud of you guys for wanting to make it work and for doing it, because I mean, if you didn't, you would never know like what could have happened.
Yeah.
And like and I know you guys are better people by the end of it, and like you have come back such a strong person. It's okay. Deep breaths.
And also, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, the reason I'm friends with Chloe is because of him.
Yeah.
Because our boyfriends were friends. And it's hard. It's hard now that like we still friends, but it will always be like
there's a connection.
Yeah.
Like,
and obviously whenever I see you, I'm gonna think of him and all the good memories and yeah.
Because I mean we did date nights, and
we did.
Like that was like our friendship in the beginning, like date nights and how we got to know each other. And our boyfriends are obviously like they were
rugby.
Yeah, they've been friends since they were little. So it was just like the four of us was great. Like it really was.
And it will always be great. Like the memories are great.
Always. Yeah. And I love them both. Like truly. And always. There's no bad blood. No, like at all.
To answer your question, I'm single. I'm having fun. I'm doing what makes me happy. I'm hanging out with people that I love.
Yes.
People that I care about.
Yeah, it's also so good to have you here. Like
it's so good to be here.
Like we in my room, like to have you here in Durban, because it's just like crazy.
Being back in Durban has been so fun because I lived in Durban. I was here for primary school and until grade 10, so I have lots of memories here, lots of friends here. So good catching up with people that I love, and it's just been so good for me. I'm really lucky to have such good friends, and I'm lucky to have a friend like Chloe. Chloe's so special. Chloe, you are such a good person, and I love you, and you're just
I love you too. Yeah. Oh, I love our friendship. I truly do.
I know. It's perfect. Nothing's perfect. Kind of perfect. You're just yeah.
She did a little ladybug. That's gonna be like stuck in my head now. But this was so nice. Like
it was fun. It was
chatting. Is there anything else you just wanna? I know the pressure.
It's a little bit scary, guys. It's a little because
it is, and it's like
mean.
Yeah, and it's just us, and I feel like
we just spoke for an hour when we were getting ready, and now that there's
a camera,
there was a camera earlier, but like it's just different.
It's like this setup, this mic, and like I mean, I'm sweating. I'm like, anyways, but this was amazing, and like
you're amazing.
But yeah, thanks for being on this podcast with me. It was so much fun. Like this is the second episode. And I'm excited.
Thank you for having me. And Chloe, I just know this is going to be, everybody's going to love this, and everybody loves you, and I love your content, and so do many other people, and you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Thanks. But stay tuned for all of our, well, this will probably only be out once you've seen all of our content, so
hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. Anyways, should we say bye?
I think we should. Outro.
We are gonna go and feast. Eat some Woolies food. We have some chocolate mousse and snacks and things.
It's the best. Okay. Remember to eat. Love you.
Yes. But thanks for watching this episode. No Chloe's Corner for this episode. But this was good. This was fun.
So good.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Bye.
Bye. Jemma!
I'm so scared.
How long was that?
44 minutes.